immense amounts of damage. Right, I want to say about mid-game is when you can get these items.
Calamity
but,
Reaper?
I mean, it is a surprise, especially, yes, Calamity Reaper. Both of those together on him, just it has a crushing effect, and just it might be the type of damage that you're going to be that Team First Blood is going to be looking for in these fights to kind of match what you're going to have from the burst of Julian or the burst of Valentina.
Right, and given that Divine Judgment is a suppress, if I'm not mistaken, that does allow him to even catch an Earthen Force enhanced Grok. So nobody is safe. Nobody is safe from the Divine Judgment of Luffy. So this might just be that perfect last pick. It might just be the one hero that allows Team First Blood to go for the sweep and ensure their grand final slot. But we'll see. New Wave not letting any of that come through so quickly, because up top, even Gina God Mode is having a hard time. Look at this, 3 men.
Yeah, and what they saw is that they have a bad early game, a weak early game from First Blood. So they're going to go ahead and capitalize that. You see these guys just roaming, slowly moving away through lane to lane, because there's not much that Team First Blood can do. We do have a little bit of engagement down at bottom as Indo is going to get caught there. We do see that extra chains there is going to be able to pop up Luffy there. But like, yeah, they're just roaming around because they see the kind of weaknesses right now from that early game of Team First Blood here right now, and they're taking advantage of it, and we see them rotating again now.
Yeah, as long as Luffy's not ready and Prophecy's not ready, in all fairness, New Wave is reading into this situation so well. Team First Blood's draft is super expensive, and they punish so hard. Look at that. First Blood down bottom, opens up Lord as free as it can be. Jappa, Prophecy's running out of mana, he's fine. So, New Wave here, making quite the recovery.
Yeah, not a bad recovery right now. This is basically what we usually see from New Wave. Oh, but Kid comes in there, checking into the wrong bush. This is not the fight you want. Does get taken out, and this turtle's going to be easy pickup for New Wave. And then they're turning their attention again, either to cut this lane or come to the back of Kaja here.
New Wave, at least here in the early game, is in such a good spot. They have so many angles of attack, given the aforementioned situation that Team First Blood has. Their lineup is just so greedy. It needs so much XP, it needs so much gold to turn into items, to essentially have their gears running, right? That's for them to at least just get a fighting chance in. So now, given the 2-0, given that early Lord, given the 500, 600 gold lead that New Wave has under 3 minutes, I'm guessing Team First Blood, save for something that's out of the ordinary. If New Wave drops the ball, we're seeing them come online no earlier than 8-9 minutes. So that's a long time. That's a long time for Team First Blood to put anything on the map.
Yeah, we are seeing Kid kind of checking in there, but man, they just have New Wave has such a control of this of these lanes right now, especially that rotation of Ziggy and Tamal on that Valentina and Grok just roaming around this duo of trouble here, and then they do catch Prophecy rotating. Joybosh might be in trouble. Does catch that Fatal Links into the tower. Is it going to be enough damage? Joybosh able to flicker away. He does have his ult stolen by Valentina right now, so he is able to get away. But Prophecy does go down there, so now we are sitting at 3-0.
3-0, 2K ahead. This turtle is looking as free as it gets once more for New Wave. And earlier, I was having some hope that maybe, just maybe, Gina God Mode would have an okay early game, but they're back to just locking him out of his own lane. It's so difficult. Look at this.
Oh man, he does come in there with that wild charge, and they are able to catch two in Joybosh and Gina, but here comes Prophecy. I'm not sure if this is the fight that you want, especially if you don't have the stacks. And this is 4 players. Prophecy in trouble here, is gonna get that Fatal Links IMU from Ziggy there. Does take him down.
There's trades across the map though. I think Team First Blood is doing the best that they could. with the tough situation that they're in. If life gives you lemons, you try to kill Jappa. And I'm wondering if they're gonna get it. Oh, the purify! The cleanse happens! Oh, and he walks away with impunity. Not a single kill up top, and New Wave gets what they want.
Yeah, I mean, it is all New Wave now, but I'm pretty sure Team First Blood did see this coming. You can see here right now, as that wild charge comes in and catches two of them, they made such short work of it, and unfortunately, Prophecy came in. It was not early enough, and he does get killed as well.
This is interesting. Look, Gina Godmo decided to stay in that top lane. At this point, I would have asked for a swap. At this point, I would have said, yo, guys, can I stay where there's a tier 1 turret? This is so hard for me. But I think Team First Blood's reading into the situation and says, yeah, no, but Dogter's down there too. What would you rather deal with? A wave that just keeps coming in? Or this Julian?
Well, I do feel like as we start moving into this mid and late game, it's going to start becoming a little bit more difficult for New Wave to keep on bullying. And there's going to be that transition period when New Wave realizes they can't just be kind of diving in here like this. But right now, I just don't see it. We do see a little bit of an engagement toying, and the wild charge does catch two. Prophecy in a bad way does get caught. Indo able to pick up that kill, but we do see another fatal links as Indo does go down there, and Kid is on the chase, but too diggy there. And oh man, look at the whole team. We did see Fine Judgment coming out, and now the crossbow of Tang is able to catch two right now, and this is still 10-4 game and a 2-for-2 trade of New Wave and First Blood there.
Oh, Gia God mode.
3-for-3 trade.
That's a marksman duel right there underneath the turret. Jappa wins. Was that an early Wind Talker? Does he have, Wind of Nature? Does he have a Wind of Nature already?
He sure does. So, I mean, jeez.
That's how far ahead New Wave is. That's where the 3K gold is right now.
Yeah, and that's the problem when you lean so heavily onto this late game. We see Joybosh coming in here right now onto Tamal, but it's not going to be able to catch him with that pass. Oh, he does with a Fatal Links, but the tower goes down. A wild charge in with the Fatal Links of their own, which does pick up 2 kills, and they are just getting outdone with their own abilities, especially with those Fatal Links, as Ziki has just been surgical with that IMU on that Valentina.
Point and click. He literally just says, I want an ult, I will have it. And we have seen teams come back from this before, specifically here in MPL Philippines. I've seen teams struggle and still come back from a losing game off the back of an Atlas. But effectively, if the opponent has an Atlas of their own, then that changes the formula, that changes the dynamic. And Joybaj goes down one more time. Up top, they're in trouble. Oh, at least Luffy survives. But at this point, especially before 10 minutes, Private, when you're saying at least, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, they are kind of fighting for their lives right now. They do get popped up. Does Kid maybe not the engagement that they want? It just seems like they had a plan, but they allowed, I want to say, too much to New Wave. That Valentina, that Julian, plus the Wan. I mean, there's just too much to compete with in this early game that you're never going to see that mid or late game unless you have a plan, unless you can pull something out from here. But as New Wave is doing, they're moving methodically, very slowly, very patiently, one tower at a time.
Yep, they know that Team First Blood could come back suddenly if they have the wrong engages. So what sucks here for Team First Blood is New Wave also wants a 5v5. Given the Atlas on the side of Team First Blood, yes, you're happy to go 5v5, but if you're Ziggy, if you have Ziggy as an opponent and you always see he's so, again, as you put, surgically takes your ult over and over again, if he's constantly if he always says, oh no, look, I'm Atlas, I'm Joybudge, then it sucks. It's so hard. So the current situation is burst Jappa or avoid the fatal links from Ziggy. If you can't do either of those, you're basically dead. And that's just 2 problems in a long list. There's a grocery list of things that Team First Blood has to do. And at the end of it, it basically just says, bottom line, make it a late game.
Yeah, and that has always been the story when you have a Valentina on the enemy team. No matter what game plan you have, she just adds another few dimensions depending on whose ult she's going to be taking there that you have to work around. And you see here how easily New Wave is able to take that mid tower. We are left to only inhibitors as the Lord is crashing up on top. Fatal links onto Kid, and he does get taken down there as well. Another Fatal links now as well, but Joy Bosch gets pays for that as Joppa is able to clean up onto Luffy as well. And it is a 3v5 right now. Team First Blood not in a good way as they lose their mid inhibitor with the top wave starting to crash in. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get it. We do see Team First Blood rallying in here, are going to try to take down these minions, but man, the damage has already been done. We are at 10 minutes and we only have 2 inhibitors left here with a 10k gold lead for New Wave.
Not just private, not just. New Wave has turrets for the grand finals. They can loan a little bit of their structures from this game into the next series that they're going to be playing. So that just shows that Team First Blood may have gone in over their head. Maybe they overestimated what they're able to do in the early to mid to be able to reach a late game state that they're an actual threat, especially in the face of Valentina. So Team First Blood have to dig themselves out of this. Again, I can't say that enough. Looking at the items, at least Luffy now has the combo, and they burst out Doctor!
Yeah, Doctor gets taken out there, and look at, and this is what I'm talking about. Look at New Wave. As soon as Doctor goes down, everybody disengages. There's no fight. There's no try to save him. He's written off. They're like, all right, he's gone. Everybody disengage. They know what First Blood is capable of. They know that at any moment they could try to turn this around, and they are not having that.
Man, so that is a small statement, a message in a bottle, if you will. We're able to take down one of you if you're out of position, so put respect on it. So Team First Blood still in this, but New Wave calling the shots. It's very clear. Again, we're still staring at a 9k gold lead. But again, baby steps are still steps, regardless, but they're not out of the woods. Far from it. They are still in the middle of this forest, and it's still quite dark.
Yeah, we do see 3 seconds left on this Lord. It is going to be a Luminous Lord here, so going to be a little bit more of drama for this one if you're going to just let it go. And it doesn't look like Team First Blood is in a position to really contest it. They are still getting starved. You see how these waves are all the way at mid lane, so they can't even get waves right now. So they're just put in a very precarious position. They have to wait for New Wave to come in. They have to hope for a mistake on their part.
They are trapped inside New Wave's forest, and they are starving. That's essentially what New Wave is doing. They're not letting their waves come in. They're freezing the lanes, waiting for this Lord to come in. So all of this comes crashing down in a crescendo of doom for Team First Blood. And I was about to say, yeah, it's fine. I guess they can just give up this Lord. Prophecy has a great defense potential, as well as Gina God mode. But if you're looking at New Wave who wants to turn into heroes immediately, it's over. Look at this Joy Bodge.
Yeah, Joy Bosch coming in there right now. They are meeting down at the mid. The Lord is getting taken down very quickly though, but they do find another inhibitor, and Joy Bosch gets taken off on the top. Fatal links onto Kid, who is trying to distance himself, but there is a crossbow of Tang, and he is able to find 2 as Luffy goes down there. This is a full team. I'm not sure they're going to be able to stop this, and New Wave, I believe, is going to fight to live to fight another day. They have tied up the series 1-1.
This is a matchup worthy of the finals, because we're not just playing in-game, we're playing a series.